Hello world! This is Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile! Covenant of the Plume. Let's start Chapter 4 of the game! There's gonna be a lot of plot and customization, just something to keep in mind because it's the beginning of a chapter. What do you expect? Once again, just something to keep in mind there. I'll try to go through customization as quickly as I can, of course, but there will be a lot. Yeah, no matter what I do, the end is near. Is that what you meant to say? Mostly pride. What exactly can you salvage? Salvage gold? No, it couldn't be. Well, what do you mean by that? Yeah, she's talking about plume use there. Because you wouldn't be able to make it this far if you use a plume. So even Aelith knows that we're putting a lot of effort into not using the plume at least once. We haven't been using it at all. Or screw up my playthrough of the game, in my terms. Yeah, let's just change the subject. And who the hell are you? Some NPC in the game, I take it? Probably, who knows? It could be a spy, for all we know. Well, anyway, let's just go on to the Crown City, because that's pretty much the only location that we can access right now, so... Yep. Hey, we're at the Tavern here. Well, it's the Crown City. What do you expect? Well, what the hell? Who the hell are you? How did you know? I probably shouldn't be acting too surprised now. What? What is there to confess? Low? That's your... Wow, Wylfred. Low? Just one word is enough to convince this guy? Wow. Oh. But then again, low means... Look at this in Old English, if you know what I mean, so... The Great Fox now. I assume that you pronounce it as Fox now because, well, if the X was silent, then it'd be like Fanel or Fonel. I'm just gonna go ahead and pronounce it Fox now because that sounds more manly. Because Fonel, really? That sounds like a woman's name, but then again, you know. I'll stop there. Because I am kind of aware that the X is silent, like faux, in French. Yeah, pretty much. Sibling rivalry is pretty much like the main basis for war in this game, or the main storyline, so. You're over-exaggerating. Misestimate, really? I don't think I've ever heard that word ever be used. Or get used. But what does House Han have anything to do with this, anyway? Can we see him now? Ah! I like how they actually talk about the old characters. They actually don't do that a lot in SRPGs. They just, like, once they join your party or once the chapter passes, they have no relevance whatsoever to the storyline. But over here, Rosea and Liellahan actually have something to do with the plot for once, and they're actually talking about them. Hey, it's you from earlier! Subordinate, really? Subordinate, huh. This guy does have a unique sprite for an NPC, that is. But still, he looks really suspicious. Another horde of monsters. So be it. Well, anyway, there's our first storyline battle of the game, but we're not going to do that yet because customization time, because it's the beginning of the chapter, viewers. And right now is the best time to do it too. Well, before we start, let's go to the Tavern here because they have some new lore here, and I'm going to be going through this stuff a lot faster than I did before, so pause the video if you want to read this, but there's really no point because you know that the storyline is basically two brothers want to proclaim war on each other for the crown. But then again, some of this stuff is kind of important because if some of this information you probably don't know from watching this LP for the first time, you might have to watch Path B or Path C first to get more of the gist, because some of the lores here kind of explain some important stuff between these paths. So anyway, the optional battle here. Yeah, the location that we're going to fight the optional battle at is pretty much fiery. It's a fire location, or better yet, it's in the volcano. So then we have another optional battle here, but this time it's at ice, so it's fire and ice pretty much. Yeah, these optional battles, I have to say that they're pretty unique because their terrain differs from the normal battlefields, because they have different effects on your characters if you find different terrain. But anyway, let's do a lot of shopping here. So I'm gonna buy an Estoc for Wylfred here. I'm gonna buy Wodao, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Could be wrong, but for Ushio there, I want to buy a Deluge Scepter because it's stronger for Lockswell. Let's see. Then I like to buy one Duel Helm for Darius. An Anointed Cloak for Ushio. Yeah, he can equip cloaks because it's light armor. So okay. Then we want to buy two Duel Armor for Wylfred and Darius. Let's see, 3 metal buckles, 1 magic glove for Lockswell. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we have to buy here, so okay, then 3 Duel Greaves, 1 Elfin Boots, 1 Suede Boots, or I could just have 2 more of those, but buy 1 for whatever reason. Oh well. Why did I even do that? Anyway, we want to buy 1 Silence check just in case, so Lockswell won't get silenced and be useless in upcoming battles. Here we have some new tactics tomes, And the new technique tome here, Consecration. Consecration is definitely by far one of the most useless tactics tomes in the game because randomly cures status elements. Really, it's cheaper if you just use crowd controlling restoratives first anyway, since they don't cost a lot of AP to use and they don't cost a lot of gold to, a lot of money to use it to buy anyway. So what's the point? Then we have the best technique tome in the entire game, Defiance. It's always active and it halves damage from the enemies, whether it be magic or physical. On the other side, it may reduce your evasion and blocking rate and immunity, but what's the point of that? Because evasion to begin with, like, we haven't done any evasion at all in the LP. We haven't done any blocking, and there certainly has been no immunity so far, so you definitely want to buy 4 of these. Really, really useful, because in fact I'm going to have them equipped onto all my characters since they block half damage from enemies. You definitely want those. Those are absolutely critical in the game, especially this late in the game. So I'm going to buy one of the Way of Provocation Tactics Tome for Ushio because he doesn't know that yet. I already have one Tactic Tome of Dashing for Ushio prepared. Let's see. No, I don't need that because what's the point? Then we have some new spells that we can buy here. Normalize Codex, cures any crowd control or status elements. Sap Power, which will be pretty useful if you're going to focus on one strong enemy. But most importantly, Sap Guard, which reduces the physical defense and physical magic defense of... the magical defense of an enemy. And that's going to come useful if you're fighting, like... if you're going to focus on one enemy. It's really going to come useful, though. Then we have Suspend Motion, which stuns an enemy. That's going to come also useful. But it costs a lot of AP to use in battle, so keep that in mind. Then we have our new offensive spells here. Poison Blow. Not really useful if you're setting up combos, but it's there anyway. I'll use it one time and that's pretty much it. But the poison rate of Poison Blow is just unbelievably high. It always happens. It always poisons. Well, for me that is. So Sacred Javelin, I'm gonna buy. It's gonna be one of Lockswell's main spells for the chapter, just for now, of course. And then we have a bunch of useless items down here, which are these boards and the gems that you can buy to have any one of your characters use a spell on the enemy there. It's really, really useless because it depends on your magic stat, and as you can see, my swordsman and samurai have really, really low magic stats, so what's the point of using these? They're completely useless. So anyway, that pretty much ends up the shopping for now. So let's do some equipping. Why not? Yeah, the Estoc, you may lose one attack, and you may lose your flame elemental attacks, but 95 attack... Wait, what did I say? You lose one attack? Yeah, right. Well, you get 95 attack out of it too, so... And your number of attacks don't really change anyway, so... It's really good in Wylfred there, so... Let's see now. We have, oh yeah, I don't want that on him. Duel Armor, Metal Buckles, and Duel Greaves on you. Then we have Lockswell here, give the Deluge Scepter. Don't want to change for... because the Mirage Robe is definitely better than the Anointed Cloak. Then we have Magic Gloves, and Elfin Boots. I'm gonna still keep the Magic Bangle on Lockswell there. And nothing for you, I guess. I could get you an Estoc, but I don't want to lose the third attack. And Ice Elemental attacks are pretty useful, so... Okay, Duel Helm for you. Duel Armor. Metal Buckles. Duel Greaves. And yeah, I'll just keep that on you. Okay, for Ushio over here, we have Wodao, whatever you pronounce it. So, Anointed Cloak. Yeah, you may lose a whole bunch of... You might lose a little bit of your ABD stat or your avoiding rate, but it's worth it since you get more physical defense out of that. And really, if you're putting Defiance on, what's the point of having evasion to begin with? So, Duel Greaves, and I'll put the Treasure Hunter on you. Why not? So that's pretty much it. But we're not done yet, because there's a couple more tactics and techniques that we gotta learn first. So. Anyway, yeah, I have to teach the Way of Encirclement to you because you have the most steps and you can easily set up flanks. As I said before, I would be teaching that to you anyway, so Okay, then provocation. Where's dashing? Okay. Okay, where's dashing? I'm pretty sure I have dashing somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay. Dashing. Then transposition, because I want on you too. Stalking, not now. Rejuvenation, nope. And nope. But I want to teach you the art of first aid. That's gonna come useful. And let's teach every one of my characters the art of Defiance. The most useful technique tome in the entire game. Whoops, don't want to teach it to you, my bad. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Diminished Missile is pretty useful, like if you're facing a whole bunch of archers in the battle, but for now, we don't really need it, since we have Defiance anyway. Knockup Blow could be pretty useful, because it adds dazing or phasing to no more attacks, but it costs a whole bunch of CP, so I'm gonna hold out on teaching that for now, until we get more CP, which is later in the game, so... Okay then, what else do we have here? Yeah, a whole bunch of spells to teach Lockswell here, so... Normalize, Sap Power, Sap Guard, Spend Motion, Poison Blow, and Stagger Javelin. Let's see, what else do we have here? I don't think I really need these anyway, so... Because they deter the enemy from attacking me, so... Well, I don't think it really matters anyway, so... Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, I want to go to, Ushio over here and put some techniques on him. Oh god, this is actually pretty tempting. You know what, I'll keep Defiance on anyway. I don't really need first aid. But then again, in Virtuosity, it looks pretty useful. Ah, I'll skip on that. And I don't have enough, so... Alright, take Defiance. You should have enough, so Defiance. And Defiance again, okay. Make sure everyone has Defiance because it's really, really useful. Like, screw first aid, we need Defiance. Oh yeah, by the way, Vox now is a guest party member for the next battle or so, so just something to keep in mind. He has, let's see now, he has Poison Blow equipped, which is his default spell, I take it. No techniques or tactics. He comes with Votive Crosier, an Olive Crown, and an Anointed Cloak. Well, I'm not going to be using him, well, just yet. He comes with a couple of these other spells here, but he comes with Reflect Sorcery, which we can't get till much later in the game, which bounces attacks back at the enemy. Then Prevent Sorcery, which will silence an enemy, so... And then he comes with a few... Actually, he comes with a lot of stuff that we can't get now, so... You might want to keep him for later, just in case. So, get a little profile on him. There we go. That should be enough for now, so... And just in case I forgot something, let's go through here again. Yeah, you know what? Let me teach the Way of Martyr's Cry to you, just in case, since... Why not? I already taught to Darius there. And... Yeah, I forgot to teach that to you, but who cares? Okay, anyway... That's... pretty much it, I guess. I can't teach Knockout Blow. I could teach it right now, but I can't equip it because I'm out of CP, as I said before, so... Alrighty then, that should pretty much do it. Yeah, and once you exit, it unlocks the other two optional battles of the chapter. But how hard are the enemies at the Ushio crossing? Find out next time on Let's Play Valkyrie Profile! Covenant of the Plume. This is Splash Zero, flashing off. Goodbye!